Hey everyone, have you ever thought about what you'd do if something unexpected happened in the middle of your normal day? Think about this. You're relaxing in your garden, maybe with a glass of cool lemonade, when, all of a sudden, a strange hole appears in the grass. What's going on with that? Today we're going to tell you a story about a guy who met this very strange person. But that's not all. What he found underground will make you wonder about the secrets that are hidden under your feet. What kinds of secrets might this strange room below the ground hold? Let's get into the story and find the answers together. Carter, a stranger, suddenly found a mysterious thing in his backyard, and he was unsure of its origin or how it got there. He discovered a strange underground cavern when his lawn developed a peculiar hole in the middle of it. The darkness was so thick that it was impossible for light to go through this peculiar emptiness, so it would take more than a cursory examination to find out what was going on. Carter moved closer to the mystery hole and observed an oddity. It seemed as though there was a collection of blocks inside. As he continued to dig through the ground, it became obvious that he had unearthed some kind of man-made chamber. Yet, it remained a mystery as to what this structure was intended for and what was contained within it. In 2018, Carter went looking for assistance within the Imer online community and uploaded several photographs of the chasm along with some descriptive text to help place the images in their proper context. The home was constructed in 1888 and can be found in a quaint village in the countryside of Suffolk, England. The location of Carter's house could shed some light on the functions being performed by the enigmatic H. It is possible that Carter questioned whether or not the strange hole in his yard had some connection to the supernatural, but it is also possible that something about the ground in the area of Carter's house was to blame. At its periphery, Suffolk possesses a topography that is quite varied. The center of the region is home to both picturesque sandy shores and rugged cliff faces. The topography is characterized by hills and wooded areas, but the real action takes place beneath the surface. Suffolk is purportedly home to a subterranean network of tunnels, and they have some rather creepy tales associated with them. In 2016, media reports started to emerge about abandoned buildings in the county that had been constructed during the Cold War. This thing was about 14 feet underneath the surface, built to endure a nuclear blast. The underground shelter was created in the late 1950s with the aim of protecting volunteers in the wake of an attack in such a scenario. The facility was in use until 1991, but it was deserted when the Berlin Wall was torn down. In 2016, the UK newspaper, the Daily Mail, published the remarks of an individual who actually visited this bunker. Accessing the bunker took a bit of bravery, as you are not quite sure what to expect when you go down there. Suffolk, a village in the Scottish Highlands, is known for its rich subterranean history and various treasures. One such discovery was a hole in Carter's yard, which led to an amateur archaeological dig. Carter discovered a large plug made of stone, which was a significant find. The purpose of this object was not exactly clear, but it was certainly worth noting. Another discovery was made in the ground, this time a button made from metal. This seemed to indicate progress in the investigation. Carter's garden had become something of an amateur archaeological dig, equipped with whatever tools they could get their hands on. Another discovery was an oddly shaped artifact found in the strange hole that appeared to stump cars. Carter turned to the internet community, suspecting that the object was a bone fragment. One user suggested that it might be a pig bone, most likely a tailbone. However, this theory doesn't exactly hold up, especially considering the person who came up with it openly admits to wanting to use the word oblet. Some people also suggested that the hole was a newbet, a term used to denote a small subterranean area usually found inside a medieval castle. This theory doesn't exactly hold up, especially when the person who came up with it is openly admitting to simply wanting to use the word oblet. So what else could the whole thing represent? One person didn't put forth a theory, but they advised Carter to contact his local historical society for help. Not everyone thought that the hole was necessarily haunted, but they did make creepy comparisons. A number of commenters noted that the pit seemed to resemble the one that appears in Silence of the Lambs, and anyone who's seen that film will understand how unsettling the TR is. Some more realistic theories were put forward by the Ember community, taking note of a photo showing a pipe that led into the pit. Some people thought that the mystery was actually quite simple but disgusting, in the chamber beneath Carter's yard. Some people suggested that the hole was actually a soakaway, a rubble-filled pit used for absorbing water after intense rainfall. This helps to ease the possibility of a surface becoming waterlogged, which in turn serves to safeguard any properties within the pit's area from being flooded. The water that subsequently fills the soakaways will slowly disperse through the soil, meaning it can be good for the garden's overall health. Carter assumed that the hole he'd been studying was a soakaway, and after further excavation and assessment on day 2 of the dig, they concluded that it was in fact a soakaway and not an access pit. In another of his comments, Carter mentioned that they had discovered a pipe head that had been dated to the 18th century by a specialist. Given that it was almost 200 years older than the house, this gave him a better idea of how ancient the pit was. This narrative demonstrates how crazy our imaginations can be, and that's saying a lot. People's imaginations ran wild as they tried to piece together what caused a hole to appear in a man's garden and why its sources were initially obscured, despite the fact that the real tale behind the hole was actually fairly mundane. A dark pit had appeared in the man's backyard, and its origins were initially obscured. This is it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. If so, then share your thoughts in the comments and also share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you can never miss our video.